Check this out, y'all. You know what trips me out about people, especially people that are within the lower class of society? They are so quick to put the proverbial cape on for billionaires. They're so quick to cape for capitalism. They're so quick to cape for scummery. I'm looking at what a lot of these people are posting about Black Rob and Diddy. Oh man, Puff don't owe him nothing. Black Rob's a bum. Puffy don't owe him nothing. But you know the craziest thing is, a lot of these people that are putting the proverbial cape on for these billionaires, a lot of times these niggas won't even look at you, man. They won't even look at you. They won't even take a picture with you. They won't even piss on you if you was on fire in the streets. They won't even shake your hand. For some reason in this country, people have the obsession to want to ideal with millionaires when they ain't really dollionaires. Look at how people put the cape on for these politicians. It be the most piss poor people voting for the billionaires out there. And they're not doing anything for you. Which brings me to this situation with Black Rob. Rest in peace. And I seen this, what made me want to do this video is, somebody was talking about, man, he ain't no legend. He ain't a nobody. Let me say this, man. He may not be in nobody's top 20, top 10 for that matter, but that man made an impact in hip hop. Let me take y'all back to somewhere, right? 1999, 2000, where we went through that whole transitional shift in the culture. The Rough Riders took this thing back to the streets. Then you had Cash Money. A lot of the crews from the 90s were getting lost in the sauce. Wu-Tang was going through a transitional period. Bad Boy was going through a transitional period. Puffy put out those flopped albums from Mace, which was Double Up, and he put out Forever, which flopped as well. Plus he had all this legal stuff going on with the shooting and everything. 99 was a rough year for Bad Boy. So here comes two singles that put Bad Boy back into the streets. Puff had the bread, but they was losing their street appeal. They lost all their street appeal in 97. I mean, I'm not saying that people weren't bumping Bad Boy in 97, but their association to that brand was commercial. They had to go back street because the Rough Riders had the streets on smash in New York City. Here comes Shine with Bad Boy's Anthem, and here come Black Rob. Even though he put out I Dare You, which was dope. It was off the Slam soundtrack, I believe, or So in the Hole, one of them soundtracks. But Whoa was the song. Whoa was the song that brought them back into the streets, brought them back into the charts. Whoa was big. See, a lot of people are trying to minimize the song Whoa. They weren't even living around that time. Y'all were probably babies. That song was huge. Then you had the big old all-star remix. It had about 20 niggas up there. Whoa was a big single. And it put Bad Boy back into the streets. Then the album came out. The album was pretty dope as well. Life Story. So I'm thinking to myself, this man literally was responsible for bringing Bad Boy back into the streets. And you don't own nothing? Think about this for a second, man. Think about this. Black Rob was signed to Bad Boy, I think, in 95, 96. What was happening around 95, 96? East Coast, West Coast war. Biggie getting killed. He played the background for Mace to get on, even though he was signed first, I believe. I think he was signed 96, I believe. I could be wrong. Somebody clarify that for me. But the trials with Puffy getting caught up with the gun in 99, the Death Row deal. He was one of the few dudes that weren't afraid of Suge Knight. He said it on record. He said, I'm one of the dudes that ain't afraid of Suge. He was ready to go. He was basically the type that would really take a bullet for Puffy at that time. And see, what gets me was the simple fact is nobody is saying that their employer should take care of them for the rest of their lives. But here's the difference here. And this is what a lot of rap dudes do. They base it off family. If you don't base that concept off family, then you're justified in what you're doing. Think about it, man. Bad Boy family, Rockefeller family, No Limit family, Rap-A-Lot family, Death Row family, Ruthless family. The list goes on. You keep referring to these guys as not employees, but family. So now they get caught up in the jam and they're expecting their man to help them out. Now you want to be the employer. But yet when y'all was getting the money, it was all family. When y'all was eating good, when y'all was getting all the pussy, it was all family. So now this person's going through a rough period. You want to leave him in jail. You want to leave him to rot. Even after this dude, he held it down for you and your team. It was family then when he was for you, when he was making sure you stay good, when you was eating good. But what gets me is these dudes, especially these billionaires, man, they will go ahead and put a bankroll on these thoughts. I'm talking about spending $3 to $4 million on them, giving these chicks that haven't even been down with the team. They come in out of nowhere, get $4 or $5 million necklaces and shopping sprees, while they mans who held it down from day one gets to rot in jail or be homeless. How could these niggas sleep knowing that's happening? I mean, think about this, man. Like they'll take these thotties shopping, buy them Dooney and Burks, put a house on it, but yet they mans that stood with them since day one, through the struggling the deals, through the beefs, getting shot at, through the rough times, they don't get no phone call. They try calling up the office like, man, I need help. They ignore it. Straight up, man. It's a dirty game. It is a rotten game, man. And you really see who your friends are when you're down. Now, I'm not saying that Black Rob didn't hold the responsibility. He was man up to admit that he effed up on his end. I can't pull it solely 100% on Puffy because he had a lot going on himself. But considering the simple fact that these guys like Nas and Jay-Z and Puffy and all them, they got bread, like, at least help your mans out. Now, help your dude out, man, because at the end of the day, they helped you. They helped protect your brand. They believed in your brand. They wrote y'all bars. I mean, come on, man. It's crazy to me. I couldn't just do people like that, especially the ones that helped you develop your brand. And Black Rob, you know, most likely he wrote those bars for Puffy as well. Ghostwriting, holding them down in the streets, getting into shootouts and stuff. He'll probably take a bullet for Puffy, even though Puffy won't do the same for him. That's the sad part. So, the moral of the story is, if it ain't about family, don't base it about family. Keep it business. So, that's my thoughts on it, man. This is King Eric signing out. Check out my interview tomorrow night with 17 the Hog. It's going to be dope. Holla at me.